We're really lucky at the Opera House because the Royal Ballet houses so much diverse repertoire, so it means as an individual you get to play so many different roles, and I personally love the fact that in a triple bill you can be in a tutu and in your flat shoes all at the same time. The rehearsal period's usually really tricky though. It involves you being able to put one role in a box and literally bring out a new one, but not just once or twice a day, probably 4 or 5 times a day. Sometimes you end up with a bit of mild schizophrenia at the end of the day because you've been so many different people. But it's fun, and I think it keeps you fresh.
At the moment we have been rehearsing quite lots of production, and I think between October and November there was like 8 production going on. Obviously I'm not involved in all of them, but 6 of them I was. It's quite difficult to rehearse all day and suddenly you're on stage doing something else. But I think it's a learning process through your career, and then you learn how to do it. It's actually stimulating, exciting, and I absolutely love it.
I must admit, it takes a little while to get used to this, but I think that is what a professional dancer is today. Is a dancer that can do many different styles, from very contemporary like Wayne McGregor to traditional romantic and classical ballet. So if you really want to develop as an artist, you have to adjust to the times that your career is. And today a professional dancer has to be able to achieve all these different styles.
We learn to manage rehearsing different ballets. From when we're very young, we're trained to learn things very quickly and to kind of hang on to them in our brains, but it can become kind of complicated, and it's also part of the appeal that you're in the same place but you get to do a lot of different styles of dancing, work with different choreographers, and you kind of have to make the most of those opportunities.